Welcome to Hadley Mothers Club Candidates Night. The Hadley Mothers Club mission is to serve Hadley by providing opportunities and support for our youth and members of our community. We are a not-for-profit organization started in 1944 for young mothers to gather socially and discuss subjects of common interest and render public service. The group's first project was to establish a kindergarten class in 1945, with continued support by donating classroom materials in 1946. Since that time, Mothers Club has continued to support Hadley schools and the community through various fundraising events and programs, such as Candidates Night. For over 35 years, just before Hadley town election, the Hadley Mothers Club sponsors Candidates Night. This event provides candidates for town office an opportunity to introduce themselves and present their platform and answer questions from citizens attending the forum. We expect this event to operate with decorum and respect. Rules of this event were sent to all candidates previously. The rules will be enforced by our moderator, and the decision of the moderator is final and not subject to debate. At this time, I would like to introduce our moderator for the evening. Kurt Watley was a town moderator for 9 years and then stepped aside and was re-elected town moderator 2 years ago. The town moderator appoints the finance committee, and he didn't mention they also run town meeting, which is a really important job. He works in Keene, New Hampshire, and he's lived in Hadley for approximately 25 years. And he's married to his wife, Bambi Watley, and they live on Huntington Road in Hadley. So I'd like to introduce Kurt, and we'll get the evening started.
Thank you, Denise. I was going to put my dog Alan there, but I thought that was a bit over the line there. As Denise has mentioned, we will start off with the Pledge of Allegiance to our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The candidates we have tonight, we have James Shea for the Park Commission. We have Jason Kostick for the Select Board, William Bannock for Assessor, Susan Mosler for the Health Board, and Kishore Pamar for the Planning Board, and Ethan Percy for the School Committee. I don't see Maureen here, but Maureen Devine is running for Elector Smith Will, and Joanne Kaczynski for Library Trustee, and Park Commission Karina Parsons. I don't believe there are any challenged elections at the ballot this year. We're going to start with up to 5 minutes for each candidate to address the audience. And after all candidates have spoken, we will then break for questions. Are there write-in questions that have been received? No write-in questions, okay. If there are no questions for an office, the candidates have an opportunity to leave. I know there's a baseball game going on over there that some people up here have an interest in. For any questions that do come up, they'll have 3 minutes to respond. And with that, we will begin. Now, Jimmy, I know that you are pressed for time, so you're welcome to come on up.
Thank you, Kurt, and thank you, Mothers Club, for having me up here. For those of you that don't know, my name's Jim. I'm running for my 3rd term for the Park and Rec Commissioner spot. And I'd just like to say good evening. Thank you for coming out tonight. For those of you that don't know, my name's Jim Shea, and I'm asking for your support as I run for my 3rd term in the Parks and Recs Commission. Serving this town has truly been an honor. I love this community, and I care deeply about making it a place where families want to live, children can grow up safely, and neighbors can come together. Over my time serving, I'm proud to have helped several projects forward for our community. We've transformed Zaturka Park into a place that families can enjoy. We worked to get a softball field built for a group of girls that didn't have any place to play in Hadley. and the program's been growing ever since. When the weather cooperated, we did a skating rink right out here at Hopkins. And that brought people together during the winter months. Seeing families, friends, and neighbors enjoying these spaces reminds me of why this work matters. I truly enjoy helping with community events throughout the year. A strong Park and Recs department do more than maintain fields and playgrounds. They help build community spirit. They create opportunities for families to connect, for kids to stay active, and for residents to feel proud of where they live. On a personal note, I'm married and the proud father of a 12-year-old son. Like many parents in town, I want to make sure the community continues to offer safe, welcoming, and fun spaces for our children and future generations. Looking ahead, my goal for the next term is to work toward building a combined basketball and pickleball court. I believe this would provide another great recreational opportunity for residents of all ages and continue improving the quality of life in our town. I'm committed to continuing to listen, work hard, serve this community with pride and dedication. I would truly appreciate your vote to ensure I can continue to support the amazing Park and Rec Director, Amy Jennings. I thank you again for your support and the opportunity to serve this town. Thank you, and thank you, Diane.
Next up, we're going to have Ethan Percy running for the school committee. He's on a time limit also to get out to the ball field.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ethan Percy, and I am running for re-election for school committee here in Hadley. I want to first thank the Hadley Mothers Club for hosting this event and for their continued support of the town of Hadley and all that they do. They are a vital part of what makes Hadley a great place to live. I also want to thank all of the other candidates here tonight for running for a town elected position. We know how important town politics and positions are here, and that you guys are all committed to making this community the best that it can be. With over 20 years of working at education in the last 6 years as a member of the school committee, I'm excited to have the opportunity to continue working with the members of the town to provide a high level of learning for the students in our schools. With my 2 boys attending our schools, I want to ensure that our students continue to receive the highest quality education they can to provide as a community. I want our teachers to feel supported and excited to come to work each day, and our students and their families to have access to quality education, a wide array of extracurricular activities and sports, and educators that are supportive and encourage of them to be their best selves. Our schools are strong with great teachers and leaders. Our community is supportive and shows up for our students time and time again. Our students are diverse, hardworking, and outstanding, and continue to make us proud. I look forward to continuing to work on the many different projects that we have taken on as a school committee. The upcoming Hopkins Academy Locker Room Project, enhanced academic programs like AP classes, Project Lead the Way, and our early college and innovation pathways that we've created here at Hopkins. I also look forward to continuing to update and upgrade Hopkins Academy and Hadley Elementary as we continue to add more and more students to this community. I believe the future of Hadley Public Schools is bright, and I look forward to the opportunity to continue serving the members of this wonderful community. In closing, education has long been a passion of mine. I see the immense value of our school system and want to see our community working together to provide young people with opportunities to succeed. I know that Hadley is committed to providing a comprehensive and robust education for all of their students. Thank you again to the Hadley Mothers Club, and I hope to continue to have the opportunity to serve the members of this community as a member of the school committee. Thank you.
The next speaker will be Jason Kostick, and he is running for the Select Board.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Moderator, and thank you to the Hadley Mothers Club for sponsoring this event. My name is Jason Kostick, and I'm running for a 3-year seat on the Hadley Select Board. I am a lifelong Hadley resident. Some of you may recognize me when you come to the polls to vote. I currently work as a checker at the elections. I've been very interested in town government for the past few years now, and I decided to run for Select Board because I truly love and care about Hadley's present, past, and future. I feel that Hadley is such a close, amazing, and close-knit community. Our town has so much to offer. We are an agriculturally rich town. We have some of the best farms and farmland in the area. We are a right-to-farm community, and we can also boast that we are the asparagus capital of the world. We also have one of the best school districts around and have a high school choice into Hadley from surrounding towns, which is terrific. That says a lot about our school system, superintendent, and all of her staff and faculty. I also love the fact that we have a large commercial corridor with many grocery stores, retail shops, big box stores, small mom and pop type stores, restaurants, entertainment, etc. Yet if you drive just a short distance outside of that, you still have that small rural town atmosphere that Hadley's been known for years. I'm also grateful that because of those businesses that our tax rate has been one of the lowest in the area for so long. That being said, Hadley definitely does have its challenges ahead. I think the biggest right now, of course, is our financial crisis that we're in, and whether or not an override is going to pass soon at the ballot on June 2nd and prevent further cuts and layoffs to more departments and personnel. I'm a huge supporter of all of our town employees, from public safety, DPW, to schools, as I just mentioned, to all of our folks in town hall, just to name a few. Since taking out my papers, I met with a number of department heads to get their feedback and see exactly what they do on a daily basis and how challenging it's been for them since the first round of layoffs happened last fall, and just listen to their concerns. It's truly eye-opening to see that after being stretched so thin, that how dedicated and hardworking they are and how much they still love and care about the town that they work in, and I really appreciate all of them. I also had the opportunity to take part in the town's first ever Citizens Academy program put on by our assistant town administrator. That experience helped me get a better look at the town, how it operates behind the scenes, and the many hats that our employees wear. In my 9-to-5 job, I hold a supervisory position, and because of that, I think I am a great listener, critical thinker, problem solver, and I possess leadership skills that I think would only benefit me on the select board. Some things I would like to accomplish are, first and foremost, work with the rest of the board and also our newly hired town administrator to come up with a long-term plan and goal for Hadley to hopefully boost our growth and revenues and to prevent the town from going into any further financial turmoil while still keeping our town employees intact and, at the very minimum, maintain level services. I would like to continue to try to keep our taxes as low as possible and be as fiscally responsible as possible and prioritize spending money on necessities and not wants. We also need to be a little bit more proactive in our decision-making. Hadley has been known to kind of kick the can down the road, so to speak, and procrastinate and have a lot of studies done when it comes to important projects in town, and then often either not act on those studies or take too long to act on them. And while I understand that not everything can be solved in one night or one meeting, I think we could be a little bit more proactive when it comes to some of our decision-making. I would also like to continue to improve the communication between the select board and the residents. Oftentimes there's a lot of misinformation that gets spread, and I'll make it one of my priorities to make sure that the public is alerted as quickly, efficiently, and truthfully as possible when it comes to the outcomes and happenings involving the select board and the residents. I think this has gotten better over the years, but I think there's still room for some improvement. I also want to hear from you, the residents. I want to know what you think, your comments, questions, your concerns, what you think is working, what's not working, what can be improved on. After all, you elect the select board to advocate on your behalf and represent the town. I'll make myself very approachable for meet and greets, whether that's in person, by phone, or email. And I'm usually very quick in getting back to people, so please don't hesitate to reach out with any concerns. I may and probably won't have all the answers, but I will do my best to research and get that information out to you in a timely manner. Again, I'm running for select board because I truly love this town and the community. It has been my home for 39 years, and I plan on staying here. I'm here to work for you, the residents, the employees, and the town as a whole. I promise that every decision I make or vote in favor or not in favor of, I will have the whole town's best interest at heart. I'm not doing this for the recognition or the prestige by any means, and I would appreciate your support and your vote on Tuesday, May 19th. Thank you.
And running for the Board of Health, Susan Mosler.
Good evening. My name is Susan Mosler, and I'm running for re-election for the Board of Health. First, I'd like to thank the Mothers Club for organizing candidate night each year. Excuse me. I've been a member of the Board of Health for 6 years and have served chair for the last 4 of those years. During my tenure, the Board of Health has worked very hard to ensure that our town is now in full compliance with the rules, regulations, and mandates set forth by the State Department of Public Health. All of our food vendors are inspected on a regular basis, including food trucks and other temporary food vendors. All permitting is done electronically. Septic permitting and inspection is done in-house, no more costly subcontracting. Our full-time health director works collaboratively across town departments to ensure housing issues and safety concerns are addressed in a timely and professional manner. Camp and pool inspections are completed to ensure the safety of our children. The town nurse is present at the senior center 6 hours a week, providing education and support to our senior citizens. The Board of Health has come a long way over the last 6 years and could not have done so without our professional staff, Peter Lorre, our administrator, and Ben Liffam, our health director. I look forward to serving our town for another 3 years. Thank you.
Our next speaker will be Kishore Palmar, running for the Planning Board.
Hello, I'm Kishore Parmar, running for Planning Board. Again, I'd like to thank the Mothers Club for putting on this event and allowing the community and us to meet each other and get a chance to speak. For the past year, I've had the privilege of serving on the Planning Board following the 2025 town elections. During my term, I've greatly enjoyed the review process of projects, initiatives, and policies that have come before us. At the same time, I've learned a lot of information and knowledge from the experiences of our senior members on the board. As I ask for your vote for a full term on the Planning Board, I will continue to make decisions that support and promote businesses along our commercial corridor with an emphasis on small local businesses. Continue to support our agriculture community by encouraging growth by alternative and traditional means, including renewable energy opportunities. Take a common sense approach to housing, including ADUs, senior housing, and overall zoning regulations. And also, continue to ask if decisions that we're making are the benefit of our economy, our community, our agricultural heritage, and the future generations. I look forward to continue to serve the residents of Hadley, which I've been here since 1988, and hope to earn your support and your vote. Thank you.
Seeing as how we have no write-in questions, does anyone in the audience have a question? Please.
So if you ever run out of questions, I got another.
Let me get you a microphone.
Hi, I'm Melinda Nielsen, 20 Middle Street, and I'm so sorry I was late, Jim, and just got the end, but you're my neighbor, and I like having you as my neighbor, so I feel like but that's covered. So I'm just going to go down the row here. Mr. Percy, so many questions about the school. I'll start with maybe a smaller one, and then we can see about other people who have questions. The locker rooms in the high school. I have never been there, I haven't seen them, I know nothing. But I have seen so many buildings that I have walked through that look perfectly serviceable to me, and they're gonna knock it down and build a new one. It seems crazy to me, I don't know. So can you explain to me what your view is on the new locker rooms? I don't even know if that means they're going to have to knock down the whole school. I have no idea. But if you think that we need them, can you please explain in detail why we need them? Because we're in trouble because we spent money that we really needed not to spend.
Yeah, I guess I would start with this money was earmarked years ago through a town meeting. It was put aside for the locker room project. It is specifically focused on the girls' locker room. There'll be a few enhancements to the boys' locker room here in Hopkins Academy, but mostly the girls' locker room that really hasn't been used for the last couple of years. It really does need an overhaul. In terms of what it will take to get that work done, the work will start this summer, and the plan is to have it finished by the time basketball season when it really gets used used this fall, or more so the November timeframe. We decided to have it done after school is over, so the day after school lets out, the workers will be in here. It won't have any impact on the school. They'll just be gutting the girls' locker room and rehabbing it to make it more usable. Locker rooms have changed a lot. They're not used the same way that they are, so this will have a space for teams to meet, for kids to keep their gear and their uniforms in there before and after games. But it's really going to be a nice upgrade to what we have right now.
Thank you.
Yep, fire away with the next one.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to jump over Mr. Parmar and go to Mr. Kostick. Hello. I asked my family what they thought about me asking you this question, and they said, oh no, that's going to sound terrible and aggressive and negative, but I really want to ask it because I really want to know. I think you look really young, and I just learned that you're 39. Okay, that's pretty good, but since my partner got on the Finance Committee, I've been going to all the Select Board meetings, and I am just amazed at the breadth and depth of knowledge, well, that Select Board members ought to have to deal with everything they're dealing with. And you just look as fresh and young as a daisy, and I'm just really wondering why you think you can do this job. I'm not asking this because I think you don't. I would like to hear why you can.
Yeah, come on, my microphone. Oh, actually, here. Figure it's on.
Well, I'm hoping I can do the job. I'm pretty confident. As I said in my speech, I've been watching Select Board meetings for a number of years now, and I admire what they do. I love the fact that they make a lot of important decisions for the town, whether that's fiscal decisions or personnel hiring. Again, and I think me being a supervisor at UMass, I think that has helped me to also kind of push me in the direction to become a Select Board member. I think that my leadership skills that I've learned at my job at UMass will help me on the Select Board. But ultimately, I love Hadley, and I just want to just keep Hadley going, moving positive, going forward, and I'm looking forward to working with the rest of the board and trying to come up with just kind of keep Hadley going down the road in a positive direction.
Thank you.
Did I answer it okay?
Your answer is your answer.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go back to Mr. Parmar. So I didn't run this question by my family, and I know they would say the same thing. Oh, you can't ask that. But I want to know.
Yes, I am this good looking because that's what's. Yeah, go ahead.
It's not just smoke and mirrors?
No, it's not. It's a lot of hard work.
Okay, yeah, I can imagine. So if I understand right, your family owns hotels along Route 9. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So it just looks like to me like there would be a conflict of interest so many times. Can you tell me how you envision working with that?
So this question's been asked before, and essentially there are rules already in place to avoid this. And anytime there's a butter, I have to recuse myself. Anytime there's a competitor, I recuse myself. Anytime there's a conflict, on the safe side, we recuse ourselves. In the history of the planning board, this has happened with other folks on the planning board who are currently on the planning board. So it has happened. Just because I own more physical property than other people do in town doesn't mean it happens more to me or less than me. We have a lawyer, we had a dentist, we have an architect on it too. So there are issues where things are overlapping. At the very least, we do have town council that we could always rely on. If there is a issue, we could ask that person, should we recuse ourselves from a decision? And we have, and it's worked out so far.
Great, thank you. Another question for you. Again, I really don't know about this, but I know there's such a thing as a degree in planning, and I wonder if you have any, training or background in this area, or is it because of your family business that you understand more, or what are you bringing?
So I have understand planning on the development side, on the past side. I've been coming to planning board meetings since I was a child with my father. And we've done it in multiple towns, not just in Hadley. So I do have that experience on this one side. And so from that experience, you learn a lot about town zoning, town regulations, and town procedures. But there's a lot to learn from planning. The planning board has a few senior members who have been doing this for decades, and there's a lot to learn from them too. So to say I know everything about planning, no, there's still a lot to learn. We do have rules, we do have regulations, and there is historical knowledge that I am gaining from being on the planning board.
Great, thank you.
You got the microphone.
Okay.
Ms. Mosler, looking back on it, how do you evaluate Hadley's response to the COVID crisis?
I think we did a good job.
And I know you've already been on the board for a while, but I don't know what is your background or training that
I'm a physician.
Pardon me?
I'm a physician.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. No further questions, Your Honor.
Anybody up on the candidates have any questions of anybody else? No? Any questions or? No? I would like to thank the Hadley's Mother Club for putting this on tonight. I know it's a great service. There are a lot of people talking about watching it on Hadley Media, so hopefully you got some insight into the candidates, and thank you again to the Hadley Mothers Club for putting this on.
I'll say a few words and we'll be all set. So, so in closing, we hope to see many of you at our fall holiday fair. So we have a holiday fair right here at Hopkins Academy on November 22nd. And it's from 9 to 3. We have different vendors here. We'll have food here, and it's a really great time. We have some nonprofits that set up too, and so we hope to see you. I'd like to thank all the staff at Hopkins Academy, Alex and staff at Hadley Media, Kurt Watley, our moderator for the evening, and all the candidates for coming. I really appreciate that. And a reminder that voting is Tuesday, May 19th at the Senior Center, from 9 to 8 p.m. And Hadley Media will re-show this program on the public station, on cable station, and also it's on demand at the YouTube channel for Hadley Media. All right, thank you very much for coming. Thank you.